championship. Speaking of overnight moves, real quick, Bull, Russell Wilson was the first, maybe not the first, but the first quarterback domino to fall in this whole quarterback saga.
I think Baker was the first domino to fall.
Right? Baker,
I didn't think Baker was
because he could have left. There was talk that maybe Minnesota would be.
His agent came out and kind of put the pressure on Tampa Bay and basically said he wants to play for a contender. And as soon as he started talking about other teams, the deal got done.
Okay, so I guess that is fair.
The rumor is that Kirk Cousins may be going to Atlanta, and that if that happened, that Minnesota would have been interested in Baker, but it doesn't happen. But obviously, Russell Wilson going to Pittsburgh, certainly that's an upgrade for them. We could crap on Russell Wilson all we want. He hasn't been that good the last few years. But he's clearly better than what they had there. He's at least and really he's perfect for Pittsburgh because they want to run the ball and they want to use Russ like they used him in Seattle when he first played in Seattle.
Which is the way I think Russ should be used.
Yes, absolutely.
If you had to pick blame on the whole Russell Wilson experiment, I'm blaming Sean Payton. Now, look, he was forced with Russell Wilson. He didn't say to management, Russell Wilson deal was already done. He came in and inherited Russell Wilson. But instead of adapting what he does to what Russell does best, he said, no, I'm the smartest man in the NFL.
I'm about to make him
I'm going to turn him into Drew Brees. Yeah. He's not Drew Brees. No. He could never be Drew Brees. They're different skill sets. You're right. Pittsburgh is smart enough to say, I think in the end, because it was a one-year deal, I think Pittsburgh is going to come out smelling like a rose on this whole thing.
They're paying him $1 million.
It's a no-frills deal, and the guy, look at the quarterbacks in the division now.
Yeah.
You got Russ Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow. I don't know that on name brand alone. Now, I know that Russell is this, and Deshaun is where is he?
Yeah.
But the other two are young Super Bowl caliber quarterbacks. I can't remember a time when all of the quarterbacks in the division were this good.
This high
or at
profile.
least in name.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is a really smart move by the Steelers. I think it was funny that I saw a lot of Browns fans kind of making fun of Kenny Pickett today. Like, you can't be cocky as a Browns fan making fun of Kenny Pickett. We've had plenty of our Kenny Picketts here in Cleveland.
Nah, I'm a Browns fan. I can be cocky all I want to. The hell with the Steelers, boy.
But how can you be cocky? Right now,
you know what? The Steelers got it wrong one time.
Hey, let me tell you something.
But it's all in good fun, though. They're not doing it.
No, it's not in good fun.
No, they're not doing it. These people is not out here just taking it to heart like that.
As of right now today, the Browns have the worst starting quarterback in the division.
Listen.
As of right now today.
Listen. I don't
even know if it's really that debatable.
The topic is about Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I was a fan of Russ. He in Pittsburgh, not a hell with Russ. I look at it like this. The Steelers got Russell Wilson. Pittsburgh got Sierra. It's a win-win it's a win-win for the whole city. But as far as on the football field, it's a very smart move. This is a veteran quarterback that's had success. And Pittsburgh has a damn good offense, right? They got playmakers all over the place. I don't think Mike Tomlin is going to mishandle or misuse Russell Wilson.
They're a running team.
I think they're going to put him in the right situation.
Russ beat the Browns last year when he was miscast on a team that was just all over the place.
Yeah.
Now, they didn't they give up 80 points to the Dolphins?
Yeah.
And we thought this is the worst. We thought that Peyton was going to be fired and Russell Wilson was going to be released and the whole thing was going to be set ablaze.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they turned into this defensive juggernaut and caught fire in a six-game stretch, and we happened to catch them at the tail end of that. But Russ beat the Browns last year with an inferior roster.
And he played well in that game.
He played very well in that game.
He's still a good player.
He was more of a game manager in that game than a playmaker, but he managed the game well enough to get the win.
Russell Wilson is, at worst, a middle-of-the-road quarterback. Like, he's at worst, he's 15 to 20.
Is Pittsburgh getting more Seattle Russ or more Denver Russ? Because I think they're getting more Seattle Russ.
They get more Seattle Russ.
Yeah, but even Denver Russ wasn't horrible. Even Denver Russ was a starting quarterback in the NFL. They didn't have a starting NFL quarterback. That's it. They did not. Now they do. Yeah. He may not be great. Nobody's arguing that Russell Wilson's great at this point. He's a serviceable player. But if you run the ball as much as they do, he's got two good receivers there. They're going to run it. If he's throwing the ball 18, 20, he doesn't turn the ball over a ton generally.
No.
I think of anybody they could have gotten, There's nobody better. Who could they have got? I think Kirk Cousins at this point is a better player, but Kirk Cousins doesn't fit the Steelers the way he plays.
Yeah,
for the Steelers, there's no better guy they could have got.
How concerned are you, if you're Pittsburgh, about all of the stories that have now come out? There were some that were leaking out during the season.
Yeah.
He had his own office at the facility.
Yeah.
He didn't eat or fraternize with any of the other players. It was Russell off on his own, getting the King's treatment.
Yeah.
How much are you concerned by that? Or do you think that the way that was handled, both publicly in the media and by Sean Payton, who basically said, I'm not here to coddle you. I'm here to coach you.
Before you answer
Maybe that was a life-changing experience for Russ.
Before anyone answers that, happy unofficial start of the tampering period. We have made it.
Tampering period has started.
As soon as a deal gets reported, we have notifications on for every newsbreaker in the business. As soon as a deal comes through, I will put it on the show, and we will discuss it live over the next
Bears trying to targeting DeAndre Swift. There's your first.
It's funny you say that, because I go back and I try to, from afar, think about the relationship that Mike Tomlin had with Big Ben and how he handled Big Ben versus how he handled everybody else on that team.
Right.
And so I think he's going to take care of his quarterback, like in every sense of the word. Mike said something, I think he posed this question 2 or 3 weeks ago. He said, what would scare you more, Justin Fields in Pittsburgh or Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh? Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh scares me way more.
Oh, definitely.
Than
he's
Justin
proven.
Fields was.
He's got a ring.
He's proven. And then you look at the quarterbacks in the division. You know, at one point, Deshaun Watson was touted as a top 5 quarterback. Burrow's a Rookie of the Year. Lamar's a 2-time MVP, and Russell's a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, at one time, all 4 quarterbacks in this division have been in the top 5 quarterback conversation.
Yes.
Some of them for their entire career.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamar has pretty much lived there. He fell out for a while, was on the fringe. But Joe Burrow came in the league, and based on what he did right away, we're like, he's top 5.
Yeah.
And Deshaun was there for a minute, and I think Russ was there for a stretch too.
The North is lit, and I like it.
Oh, my goodness.
I like it.
It's just a great move. I agree. I'd rather the Steelers are better off with Russell Wilson because he's a veteran. And I wonder if he had a humbling experience finally.
Yeah,
Mike Tomlin was not putting up with any of that nonsense.
No.
Mike Tomlin runs the Steelers.
And I think Russ knows that. He knows Russ's reputation, Tomlin's reputation. He did treat Ben differently, but I don't think. Remember the Antonio Brown live streaming, the Facebook Live in the locker room, and how that really was the beginning of the end for AB? I do think that maybe from some inside the Steelers, there was a thought that maybe Mike is losing the locker room, but I think he quickly made an adjustment, got things back into order, and they're more of the strict team now than
that's a no-nonsense dude.
He doesn't put up.
Mike, that.
And you know what? He'll have that speech with him on day one.
He was on Dungy's staff, and
he was on Tony Dungy's
staff. And they're only paying Russ $1 million too. So
it's nothing.
They could cut him if it was that bad. I mean, I can't imagine.
Are there incentives where he can make more money?
I don't know.
Well, he's still getting his $40 million.
No, I know he
Broncos.
is. No, I know he is.
Didn't Russ come out and say he was willing to take about $1 million though? That he was willing to pay for cheap.
Well, he's not.
I mean, I know what he's getting from Denver, but I'm talking about
the veteran minimum.
No, but it doesn't. I don't even know why it's 1.2. Maybe because that money just comes out of the Denver payment. It's not in addition to.
No. Yeah,
so
it just offsets Denver's money to him.
A little bit, yes.
He doesn't care. The reason he would be willing to pay for less is because it inflicts more pain on Denver.
I would tell people to go watch his interview on the Pivot with Ryan Clark and them. And he talked about, this dude is still trying to chase down Super Bowls. So it'll be interesting to see how these things turn out. But the AFC North is lit.
Well, look at that Steelers defense. That Steelers defense is, they've got some pieces. Some of them are getting old, but they're going to be, man, this is the toughest division in football.
Well, speaking of the AFC North, we have not gotten any deals yet. Christian Wilkins, according to Diana Rossini, top target for many teams, including the Browns, the Texans, Lions, and Vikings. So as soon as we get any official news, we get to it. But